Hello everyone, what is up? My name is Anna and welcome back to my channel. So since school is starting to get back into session for a lot of people, I thought I would do like a back to school makeup tutorial kind of a thing. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be, so let's just get into it. So for primer, I would use like a thin, illuminating, dewy kind of a primer. This is the Essence Prime & Studio Glow Boosting and Pore Minimizing Primer. And this is just because it will make your makeup look more natural. And do keep in mind that I have dry skin. So this is what I would say to do for dry skin, but I will be saying what I think would work for oily skin also. So in my personal opinion, I do not have oily skin, but I do think if you have like slightly oily skin, don't use a matte primer. I don't think you need to use like a glowy primer, but I think a matte primer will kind of just make it look not super natural. So I would just use setting powder instead of like a matte primer, but you do what you think would be good. So like if your skin is really oily and you're like, no way am I getting a non-mattifying primer, then get a mattifying primer. You know your skin better than I do. And of course you don't have to wear makeup to school every day, and like if you want to do some of this stuff I'm doing but not everything, or if you want to do everything, it's totally up to you. I'm just giving you what I think would look nice if you wanted to do like a nice natural full face of makeup for school. Maybe for like the first week or so you do that and then just get too lazy, which understandable. And then I'm going to take the Away Studio Perfect BB Cream and put that on my face. And I'm going to use a brush because it gives it much more coverage than a sponge does, but different BB creams work differently, so whatever is your preference. So BB creams are similar to foundations, but they're usually less full coverage, more natural looking, and sometimes they'll have like an SPF in them. So again, the whole thing I'm going for here is like kind of like a no makeup look. And then I'm going to use a damp beauty sponge to press it into my skin and make it look more like skin, because that's always a good thing, especially for more natural makeup. And then for concealer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I would recommend a hydrating one. Again, if you have more oily skin, you could use a more matte one or one that has more staying power, but I still think this has pretty great staying power even though it's a hydrating one. And that is all the concealer I'm putting on. I'm not doing like the whole like huge thing, or like that thing, which if you want to do it here and here, which has been a lot like all over Instagram, if you want to do that, you can. I find it doesn't really make much of a difference, but and then I'm just blending it out with my sponge. And once I'm done with that, I like to go all over my eye, so it evenly distributes it and it gets a little on my eyelid too, so it doesn't look so discolored. Because once you put foundation and concealer on, your eyelid can look pretty red. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to take a setting powder. So I have the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I think they also have a similar one to this that is matte. If you do have oily skin, that might be a good buy for you. I just like to set underneath my eyes to stop them from creasing and to kind of tone them down because they're pretty bright once I'm done blending it. And I will set my forehead too, because sometimes as the day goes on, I'll find that I have like some wrinkles that my foundation has set into. And I'm going to do blush. This is one of the most important steps in my opinion, because it just makes your face look all nice and put together and like natural, but like not like, you know what I mean? And my absolute favorite blush trick is to use a hydrating lip balm or like a lip balm with a tint to it for your blush. So I'm just gonna take my blush brush and just get it some on there, and then kind of just like stipple it on to the cheek. And it just looks so natural and flushed and really, really pretty, and I love it. I find that it also stays on there pretty well, like it doesn't really fade throughout the day. And I gotta put some on the nose too, because what is blush if there isn't some on your nose? So I kind of like to focus that mostly on the apples of my cheeks, right here in the front, and then bring it back to my temples. And it just looks so natural. It's not like too matte or too shiny. It's just like the perfect satin in between. I love it. I would highly recommend that you try it. I'm also going to set my chin and just this down here area, since I will probably be having to wear a mask to school, and I'm assuming most of the people who are watching this will also have to. So I would also definitely recommend to set your lower half of your face. And you might be thinking, what's the point of wearing makeup if I'm just going to be wearing a mask? And for that I have no answer. But my answer, my personal answer, would be because it's fun. And also if you want to take your mask, if you take your mask off to like eat lunch or something, and everyone's like, oh wow, your blush looks so pretty. Oh, thank you. You know? Anyways, so now I'm going to do brows. And I'm going to take my Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara and Filling Fibers. It's a brow gel from Essence. That's all you need to know. And I'm just kind of rubbing it off on the side because I don't want it to be too dramatic. And a lot of it comes out on this wand. And then I'm just going to lightly brush it through my brow hairs. And I'm going to brush them up. And then I'm going to take my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and I'm going to use the pencil side of that to fill in some sparse areas of my brows. So that's usually like the tail right there, and then just this inner part right here. I just do some nice light strokes there. I don't do it through my entire brow just because I feel like that's too much work, and then there's so many ways that it could go wrong or not match the other brow, and then it would take so long to fix it. So I just do like a really simple one, and then I like to brush my spoolie through it at the end to kind of just make it all look more natural. And the reason I do the brow gel before I fill in my brows is so I can get like a good idea of what the shape of my brows are like, and then I fill in the sparse parts. And then for eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is completely optional, like everything in this video is. But if you were to do it, I would just do like a really, really simple eye look. So I'd take like a brown matte shade like this and just put it in the crease. And then take like a bit of a deeper shade like this one and just put that on your outer corner here. And then you could take like a lighter shade like this on your finger and put it closer to your inner eye, just to give it a little more light. And then I just go over that one more time with a clean brush. Just blend everything together. And then boom, super simple eyeshadow look. And if you wanted to add some shimmer, you could totally do that too, just like right there. Or lower lash, or you could add some color. Whatever you want to do. This is just, I'm saying if you just want like a natural, eyeshadow look. That's really simple and takes a minute. That's what I would do. And then I'm going to take my e.l.f. Lash Extending Mascara and just put like 1 or 2 coats of that on. I do like lash extending over like voluminous mascaras for less fancy occasions, just because I feel like it just makes your eyes look a bit bigger and less like dramatic, if you know what I mean. And then for lips, if you have a deeper skin tone, I would say to probably do like a deeper brown nude kind of a shade. If you have a lighter skin tone, I would say to do maybe like a kind of a peachy shade, just because I've actually been reading this makeup book and it's really, really cool, and I might actually do a video following it. But that's what I read in there, and so I'm passing that information on to you, dear viewers, you. Anyways, so knowing that, I'm going to use my Honest Beauty tinted chapstick in Summer Melon. Yes, that's the shade. This is a really pretty everyday lipstick, and I'm sure there are other shades. I didn't actually buy this, I got it as a gift. But if you go to the Honest Beauty website, I'm sure there'll be other shades that suit like what kind of lipstick color you want. And if you don't want to get this exact one, I'd just say to get like a tinted chapstick, because I find that they're the best for normal occasions and you can easily put them on and they're not gonna like smear when you eat and it's not gonna be noticeable. So yeah, I definitely recommend something like this for school. And then I'm going to do setting spray. Again, this is like one of the more optional things in this video. It's completely fine if you don't. I'm just gonna do it just because I feel like it'll lock it all in and keep it on for the whole day. And then after that's on, I'm gonna go over my whole face with my sponge again. Also, one more tip, if you have a pimple or more than one pimple and you wanna cover them up, use a concealer that is your foundation shade. Because if you use a lighter concealer, it'll just draw more attention to the pimple, and that's not what you're wanting. So you want like a concealer that is the same shade as your foundation, as your neck, as your skin tone. I'm not even following my own advice because I don't have one, but I'm going to get a concealer that is my skin tone because I think that'd be useful. But anyways, yeah. And then you can put some cute earrings in, do something to your hair. I don't usually do something to my hair because I'm too tired in the morning and it's a lot of work. But if you want to, go ahead. Good for you. And so this is my finished school makeup look. I hope you found this video entertaining or educating. If you did, please make sure to subscribe and leave a like down below. I post every other Sunday. You can also check me out on Instagram at annaxbeauty. The link would be in the description down below. I post reels on there, makeup looks you won't find on this YouTube channel, and more. Again, I hope you liked this video and have a great day. Bye! One part of me that you didn't touch gave upon me like it was a bad joke. Now it's looking for signs and I wanted my film, my song, my films. United we stand our country. Guess it was a lost man. Some traffic lights, if it'll be alright. They say I don't know. Okay, I am done. This is a really pretty makeup look. I don't really want to stop recording right now. If you give me right back, I decide.